Oh boy. And this definitely isn't what it looks like. Oh, what's in there? But first, Rambo. Oh, there he is. The people were wondering, man. They were saying, where are you, homie? They asked if you were on strike. They thought you were like in your trailer, just sipping on juice boxes all day. He's back. Good boy. What's going on, boys? Welcome back to the vlog. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are living a great life, coronavirus free. Oh man, I am taking a break from the S2000 today and working on this old beast. The S2K, I don't have my fiance in town right now, so I don't have the hand needed to help me put that in this. I do have other stuff I can do in the meantime, but more pressing, I need to do a few things to this to get me prepared for the track dab coming up. Oh, what's this? Oh yeah. I am going to be taking the M3 to Circuit of the Americas March 15th. There's an event there put on by Edge Addicts. And if you watched my last video where I was at the driveway, a small track, I drove one of their longer tracks and had one of their instructors actually drive on the full length track, which has some elevation changes, some higher speed corners, which puts a little more downforce on this car. And boys, did we rub. We rubbed in a major way. You see, I mean, there's rubbing all the way down to like here. That's no good. You can see I got rubber all up in these, so I need to roll these better. This has to be flush. Let me see, the other side I believe is even worse. Yeah, the other side I cleared the Michelin Man's face off. That's no good, and you can just feel, did it even go? No, that's just, you can just feel, you can see it all up in there, but you can feel it all up in there. So I need to do this better too. This needs to be pinched. There's a little bit that isn't, and to be honest, my main reason for not folding those or not rolling those like completely shut is there's this little channel in between on the inside of the fender that rocks can get stuck behind, and when you roll the fenders flat and you pinch them, what can happen is that those can form imperfections right here. So if there's something in between what you're rolling and right here, it can make a dent right there. Not to mention that paint cracks when you roll fenders, and I really want to avoid that. I already have a little teeny spot that's starting to crack. Regardless of how much you heat up the paint with like a heat gun or something like that, you can always crack the paint when you're rolling fenders. I really want to avoid that because this paint is in fantastic shape. But it's got to be done for track days. It's got to be done to make my tires last and not just destroy everything. So I'm gonna roll them. I got to get on that. Yeah, it's just something that has to be done. Well, you can see these have a little bit of a blue tint to them. I did order more high temp brake fluid, and one thing I read is actually removing this dust shield is actually a good way to get a little more airflow in there. So I may try and do that, maybe not today. But then if you look up here, oh baby, you can see it is rubbing. It starts to rub around right here ish, right around there, and goes and goes and goes and goes right about to the end right here. I don't see much rubbing right there, but this all needs to be pinched in a lot more. So this should be flat, or as flat as I can get it, which means I really need to clean out the crevice in between here, because anything that's between this and this, when I pinch them together, you're going to be able to see right there. So you got to be sure to clean that out as much as you can, because there's just a ton of stuff back there. Alright, so I'm going to use this to try and get behind that lip in there to clean out. Yeah, you can see there's just stuff. I don't know if you can see that falling, but there's stuff in between that crevice. So you just want to clean that out as much as possible. boys, so here we go. Let me see if I can get you a decent view of this. Oh boy. All right, so got the fenders actually, let me see, hold this with this hand, hold that with that hand, do this, do that. Okay, so this is actually touching now the fender. The only thing I want to do now is, if you can see that, there's some bare metal right here where the tire is rubbed off the paint, and what I want to do is tape out the outside of the fender, just like tape right there, and spray some, I don't know if I need rust prevention on that. I think I'm going to spray some rust prevention. I'll just tape it up right here just so I don't get any of the part that's been that's fine as is. It's really hard to get you an angle, but you can see now that it's touching, it created a lot more room, so it should be fine now. I'm going to try and take it out for a drive to see if there's no rubbing, but honestly, just daily driving rubbing, I really didn't have much anyway. So it's going to be hard to really tell if this made a difference until I get on track and really push it and put load on the back end. So I'll try and drive it a little hard, take some corners a little fast in Mexico. But we'll see if this made a difference. I think it should have, because I pinched it a lot more than it was, and it was just barely shaving the tire as is anyway. All right, boys, it's a new day. So I got the tire, the fender rolling completed, and you know what? There's really not enough to make a full video out of what I did yesterday. So what I'm gonna do is ooh, why am I so blown out? So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to a car show tomorrow. The BMW is going to be in that, and it is called RADwood. It is specifically for 80s and 90s era cars. So this fits in perfect to that. And they're supposed to be like period correct style builds. So what I'm going to do is detail this right now, get it ready, and then actually just film the car show tomorrow as well. So I'm going to miss out on the Friday upload. I apologize. Even though I'm such a small channel right now, it doesn't really matter, but I am just trying to stay consistent. But I'd rather have good content of this than just crappy content and just getting something up. So I'm gonna get this detailed, bust out the pressure washer, bust out the foam cannon, and get underway. What's going on, boys? It's the next day and it is time for RADwood. We are en route to RADwood right now. If you're not sure what RADwood is, let me explain. Alright, so Redwood Car Show. This is my first time going, but from everything I've researched, and I'll link their Instagram somewhere around here, or I'll show you what their Instagram is. But from what I've read and what they say, it's a car show specifically for 80s and 90s era cars. So that's why I'm bringing the E36 today. That fits in perfectly, and there should be a ton of other cool stuff. So we're almost there. It's actually being held at the driveway where I always go for lap time practice. So I know how to get there really easily, and there's a bunch of people, and you can show them. There's a bunch of people going that way. So it should be a good day. This is like, dude, this is the epitome of like 90s pickup truck.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Totally 90s or 80s, I don't even know. What are those? Lambskin? Sheepskin? Those wool?
I have no idea.
All right, so what would you say favorite car is so far?
I like that Lamborghini, the white one from Wolf of Wall Street.
That's your favorite?
I think so.
I'm going with the F40. The F40 is bonkers. My buddy actually drove it here, and he said it's all original. It's been sent back to Ferrari to like be redone, and the price on it right now is $3 million. That's what he said, right?
Yeah.
$3 million. Piggy bank. Gotta save up. Alright boys, so question, what would make for a better project car? An old school Porsche or old school NSX? Let me know what you guys think on that, because I kind of want to build both of them, and they're both expensive. Oh, that's a funny story. Alright boys, we made it back from Radwood, and I have to say that was one of the more fun events that I've ever been to. What about you guys? What do you guys think? You guys have fun? Rambo? Rambo was upset because he didn't get to go. Next time, bud. Anyway, boys, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said before, I have E36 M3. Well, I have a Redwood big brake kit being shipped here to install on the E36. Might do a few more brake mods to prepare for COTA, and then I have more S2000 stuff and even more M3 parts that I have on order that she doesn't know about yet. Just kidding. Anyway, if you like this one, guys, give me a like. Let me know if you liked it so I can do more of these types of videos. Hit the subscribe button. I will see you on the next video. Peace.